Warning, this video will contain spoilers for the entirety of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Please watch at your own risk. Have you ever wished to lock a moment in time? It's not a wrong way of thinking if you said yes. We as humans crave to be happy, as it is only natural for us. We sometimes yearn for a special moment to never end, or to have a little more time with that loved one. These small thoughts and feelings are the sparks that ignite the embers of Mobius. It's not very often that I find myself thinking critically about a video game story, but this one is an exception. What sets this game apart from most others is the level in which everything mentioned in all the dialogue matters. And even more, as I continue to dig even deeper, the story grows more complex, with all its overarching character development. On my first playthrough, I was focused on our 6 main characters' dynamic with one another, and their own insecurities and problems to overcome. Then, in Chapter 7, it was revealed that each one of them has Mobius lurking inside of them. It wasn't until my second playthrough where I finally appreciated the level of care and detail that went into this story. Everyone's character arc focused on what caused the Mobius ember to spark up inside of them. Mio's piece of Mobius was her feelings of regret when Miyabi saved her life, and her fearing about the time she had left. Yuni's piece of Mobius was her fear of what may happen next, and if she will make the same mistake again and die just like her previous incarnation. Every single one of them had fears, and fears in common. A fear of loss and uncertainty about the future. A fear of their own lives and living past their set terms. So, does this mean fear is equivalent to Mobius? Well, it may not be as simple as that, because it's also tied with strong desires. N is a great example of having both. He had a fear of losing M and the desire to stay with her for all eternity. I then started to think on the subject of Mobius and started to form my own conclusions. Do we all have a form of Mobius lurking in the recesses of our conscience? If we all somehow have similar fears and desires, does it make us Mobius? Ask yourself, what do you fear, and do you relate with any one of these characters? For me, I have a fear for the future. I have a fear of loss and what may come next. I have a fear for all my actions and the uncertainty they bring. Am I good enough? Is this the correct path? Am I going to fail again? Will I have enough time? Did I do the right thing? I realized I could relate with every single one of the main characters. I cannot deny it. I have Mobius lurking inside of my conscience. This wasn't the only piece that made me realize this fact. As the ending played out, I watched the separation of 6 characters I came to love and felt a true connection with. My sorrowful tears started to well in my eyes, as I didn't want them to go their separate ways. The strongest desires for them not to let go and keep on living together, so they too could have their own happy ending. And for that, I am Mobius. I don't think it's far-fetched to say at least a few of you are similar to me. Do you have a piece of Mobius that has burrowed its way into your mind? Just know, it's not the villain. It's okay to have fears or desires, as it's human nature. There is a lesson to be learned from this game. We all have fears that boil up inside of us. The fear of what may come next in our lives. The uncertainty that binds us so forcefully, as we never take the chance to move forward. It may be hard to overcome our fears, but the best way to face them is head on. With all these paths that sprawl out before us, it's okay to fear taking the next step, as we may fail and fail again, or choose the wrong direction. But no matter how many times this may happen, we mustn't give up, because once we do, we are destined to fail no matter what. We may enjoy what is in the now, but unfortunately, time has a way of never stopping its raging cycle. We only have one chance at life, so do not let fear or crazy desires rule your world. All we can do is trust in ourselves and the ones we love to get past whatever obstacles may lie in our wake. Everything will be okay. Pick yourself up and walk forward. as the next step can lead to a path we were always meant to take.